What's good, everybody? I am DJ Whoopopotamus, and you are listening to WKNC 88.1 FM HD1 Raleigh. We are a student-run nonprofit radio station based out of North Carolina State University. Here with me today is Chaos, who recently dropped their album Black Cat. What's good with you? How you doing?
Yo, what's good? What's up, fam out there? It's your girl Chaos coming to you live.
Yeah, I'm really excited to finally get to talk to you. We've been in communication on Instagram for a minute. I really appreciate you sending in those clean edits, by the way.
Oh, no problem. Anytime.
So if you can, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience. Where are you from? What you do?
All right. My name is Chaos. I'm a multidisciplinary artist. I'm based in Carrboro, North Carolina. I'm originally from upstate New York, but
Word.
my family and roots are in the South, so
Okay.
pretty much Southerner. And yeah, I've been before music, I was actually dancing professionally. So that's where my career first started, was just doing dancing.
That's dope.
And then from backup dancing, I ended up meeting a producer, and I ultimately ended up getting into music from there and just kind of getting into the scene in the area. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's really interesting. So how long have you been making music?
Since 2018. 2018, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2018, I had a EP called Transformation, and
Okay.
and that was like my first ever EP. It was with a friend, Maxville, in the area, and
Word.
So Fly was another person who helped with that project. But that was kind of like my first introduction to doing music ever. Even though my dad's side of the family, they all are just like musically inclined.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So my dad plays the piano. Uncle plays like the guitar and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I kind of, from his side of the family, I grew up listening to music.
Okay, so you kind of grew up around that a lot?
Yeah,
Nice.
definitely. I'm definitely a big music head. My
Right.
big brothers. I grew up listening to like Rough Riders,
Okay.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And other times it was Ella Fitzgerald or
Mhm.
Nina Simone just
So
like
you
other
were
people.
you were taking in a lot of different genres.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's dope.
Yeah, no, I'm a Scorpio, so like shape shifting. I like the shape shift, go in and out, weaving in and out of stuff.
Love it. So is there a story behind your name, Chaos?
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, how did that come to be?
so I tend so when I came out as gender non-conforming
Mm-hmm.
around 2016,
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to like find a name that worked for myself, and
Yeah.
at the time I was just bringing a lot of chaotic energy to me, and when I perform, I feel like there's always this burst of chaos that pushes through, that leads a lot of
Yeah.
my performance. I started going with chaos, and so that's how I came up with
Word.
the name.
Yeah, I can definitely hear a little bit of chaos even through your songs when I'm listening to them. I haven't seen you perform yet. I definitely want to though.
Oh, yes, hopefully soon.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
it's so wild right now with like a pandemic
Yeah,
and
I
things. So
know. I know. I saw your
hopefully.
video with NC State Sessions with the library. You did a little
Yeah.
performance. I really like that performance. You can tell like you're a professional dancer. It's pretty dope how you incorporate that.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no
Yeah, that
problem.
was a fun session, to be honest. It was my first time doing like a musical performance with NC State, I believe. And it was an awesome time.
So yeah, speaking of your music, how would you describe your music? Does it fit in any type of genre or subgenre?
So I like to put it into alternatives, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even though I'm using rapping a lot as a tool in it,
Yeah.
it's definitely, I would put it more so into an alternatives category. Just because of the sound, the material, for sure. I'll put it in for sure alternative.
That's dope. So yeah, your album Black Cat just dropped recently last year.
Yes.
It has a real different sound, and I feel like there's so many different layers to it.
Yay.
It's a unique listen for sure. Like there's really nothing else like it.
Yeah.
What is that? Is there
So
words to put that into?
yeah, so like Black Hat, honestly, so Black Hat is like named after like the song, and so that just became the
Right.
title. But Black Hat, that song, um, came about from me like starting to get in touch with my Gullah roots and just kind of like my ancestors and where my family
Oh,
comes from in the South, and getting into hoodoo and things of the
yeah.
nature.
Wow.
Um, and so you work with spirits in these realms,
Mm-hmm.
and so Black Cat is like inspired by like hoodoo spirits and things like that. So
Wow. That's
it's
cool.
this magical black world ultimately, and like Black Cat is this entity that you can go to if you need anything. But if
Yeah.
you don't pay like Black Hat back, or if you don't like show respect, Black Hat will take you out.
Okay. Okay.
And
Interesting.
so it
Wow.
kind of like that kind of just like drove the EP, and then from there it was like Edna Mode and all these things, very dark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a person that I'm very inspired by death.
Right.
I'm very inspired by the dark because I feel like so many people run from the dark,
Yeah.
and that's
Facts.
kind of where you find your true self, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been definitely trying to be more authentic to myself
Right.
and just digging into that darkness for sure.
Absolutely. Wow, that's very deep. There are a lot of layers to that for sure. Um, so who did you work with on the project? Producers, the cover art, anything else?
Yeah. I was going to say, so I worked with predominantly queer and trans artists on the record.
Hell yeah.
I think the only people on track that wasn't produced by a trans person was Bunky and Run It Up,
That's
I
dope.
believe. I feel like everybody else that on that was like queer and trans, and it was really
Love to hear that.
intentional with that because I feel like I don't know, I'm a black trans woman
Yeah.
in music right now,
Yeah.
and there's just not a lot of us, and a
Yeah.
lot of the times when even when we do push into spaces, you're not, it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
it's weird to be in those spaces. So
Yeah, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
just just cultivating stuff for new stuff. Oh, sorry,
Facts.
one sec.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Take your time.
ooh, okay, got lost my train of thought. So
Nah, you're good. Yeah, so you really seem to be like kind of an activist or at least a spokesperson for the black trans community. And I think that's a really beautiful
yeah,
thing that you do with your work.
honestly, yeah, because I don't know. It's for me. I'm like we live in a time frame to where like social justice is very trendy, I'll say, and so
Yeah,
like a lot of conversations are centering Black trans people, but
right.
a lot of times like the things that like people don't really talk about, or I would like to see more of, is the fact of just kind of like people are there for Black trans people when it's like convenient or for
Mm-hmm.
like social justice clout, and so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to really like just kind of make music for Black trans people and just really be like,
Right.
hey, I'm here for you, and I see that's happening, you
Yeah.
know, and we can build some new for ourselves ultimately.
Mhm.
That's ultimately my goal with like the music is like liberating people, building more spaces for like queer and trans people, especially Black and brown trans people, and
Absolutely.
powering through because I just feel like um, it's so hard to find a job at all as a trans person,
Yeah, yeah.
let alone Black and trans during a pandemic.
Exactly.
So yeah, just
Yeah.
wanted to empower.
Yeah, there's a lot of power to that and power to your music as well. You're also very open about mental health and your mental health
Oh,
specifically, and I always
hell
love
yes,
to see people show that type of vulnerability. I have experience with
it's
mental health
needed.
myself, working in mental health and also dealing with it.
Yeah, I was going to say I saw. So I'm a person so I'm neurodivergent. I'm autistic.
Okay.
I either have ADD or ADHD. Which
Yeah,
one? I
same.
forgot. I got diagnosed like a while ago, so I
Yeah,
actually forgot the shit. But I also am a person that deals with CPTSD and other mental
right.
illnesses.
Yeah.
So I've it's taken me a long time to get to a place to where I'm vulnerable and
Yeah,
like
yeah, for sure.
able to like be in a safer place. Just because before I'm like, oh yeah, I'm good, but
Mhm.
I'm like going through hell
Yeah,
and all of
facts.
that.
Facts.
And also I think like people tend to stigmatize people with mental illness, not
Mhm.
realizing that majority of people deal with mental illness. Um, And so, yeah, I want there to people to normalize being able to talk about mental health, be able to talk about substance abuse,
I'm
be
with
able
that.
to talk about,
100%.
anything like that. Yeah.
Nah, I love that. Yeah, I'm always attracted to music that shows some type of vulnerability. That's really what I'm into nowadays. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
music that's kind of like on one vibe only, and it's kind of been that way. But like,
Yep.
I'm really starting to move over to a little bit more substance, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I feel that because it's like, I'm all about having fun and all of that, but like, I don't know. Lately, for me too, I've been in a place of like, I want something that's going to nourish me, that speaks to
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Because I'm like, we already got enough people talking about, I got money, this, blah, 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 blah,
exactly,
blah, blah, blah.
exactly.
This, that, and the other. I'm just like, that's.
Money, bitches,
Well, to be
weed.
honest,
That's all I
yeah, money,
need.
bitches, weed. It's like it's dope, it's smooth, but
Yeah,
also it's not that innovative. To be honest, no shade.
exactly. It's just
So for
getting kind of
me,
old. I'll be real.
yeah. To be honest,
I
I
still
just feel
love
like
it.
we had a
I
place.
love some of those vibes, but
Yeah, of
you know,
course.
time moves on.
Yeah, but I'm like, I definitely, especially because I'm trying to make my art sound like stuff that's more authentic and
Yeah,
more
exactly.
real about what's happening around me. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's why I love your music too, cause like you show vulnerability, but it's still hard at the same time. That's like my favorite combination: vulnerable but hard.
I'm
You
sweet
feel
and
me?
sour. I'm a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Yeah.
I come with it when I need to, and yeah, I can be sweet. I'm a big ass nerd, to be honest.
Oh, I
Like
feel you.
majority of the time, people are like super. One of the things I've learned over the past years of just is like how much like how I intimidate people, and didn't know that people were intimidated by me until
Oh,
like
word.
yeah, like apparently people are really intimidated by me, and so
Damn.
like a lot of the times like I don't know, maybe it's because I deal with social anxiety and I'm not
Yeah.
one to necessarily start to be like, hey.
Yeah.
And so I guess that comes across as though
I
I'm
feel
mean or
that.
something. But
It's funny how
yeah.
people will experience social anxiety in different ways, because I too
Yeah.
experience social anxiety, but like I I don't know. I just kind of close myself off sometimes. And like I'll still like smile and say what's up and like add to some conversation, but like deep down inside,
Right.
like there's a whole lot more I could express if I was only comfortable to do so.
To be honest, yeah. And that's, yeah, because you know what it is also too? It's that toxic positivity thing. People want you to be
Yeah.
positive all the time, so you don't want to
Yeah.
like be like, oh no, actually, you know what? Life is,
I'm learning
not,
that
it's not
still.
hitting right now.
Yeah. I've learned
But
that
honestly,
it's important to embrace all the feelings that come to you, and instead of,
that's,
push through it in quotations, like that push through mentality just ends up hurting you
uh-huh.
more in the end. You got to
Yeah,
acknowledge it.
literally. I come from that kind of background. My mother was a military brat. My grandpa was
Word.
in
Okay.
was in Vietnam and Korea.
Wow.
So just very
Shout out to them, for real.
shout out to them because I wouldn't be here without that. No, I'm not one for warfare like that.
Oh yeah, I
But
feel you. I
like
feel you.
yeah, but for sure, yeah, no, I just come from a background of discipline, of structure, and having
Yeah,
to um
like toughness.
yeah, and just kind of like yeah, it wasn't an excuse like any excuse.
Mhm.
Anything that happened was automatically on us, and like we automatically had to like deal with it and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Otherwise it was that ass.
No, I feel you. Yeah,
Yeah, my mother didn't play around about that.
I was actually in the army myself, so yeah, I feel that mentality. That's why I got out, honestly,
Yeah,
and like I
because
really
it'll
don't
burn you
fit.
out.
What was that?
Because you like burn yourself out.
Yeah.
We already live in a capitalist system that says we have to produce something. And if we're not producing anything, then like
What's the
you're
point,
just
right?
like you're nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like yeah, just kind of I've had to. Well, this year especially, I've like learned how it's really hard for me to relax, and I've had to like
Yeah.
learn how to
Yeah.
relax.
I
So
hear that.
yeah, no, yeah. So definitely, whoever is listening to this right now, like, don't feel like you got to just keep working yourself to death
Mhm.
because it's not the tea.
Facts. Facts.
And also, it's not going to get you anywhere faster. To be honest,
Yeah. No
that's the other
doubt.
part. So I feel like I don't know this. The time that I took for myself to actually like focus on what I want and need throughout this pandemic and just kind of like the stuff I didn't want to need really, yeah, it just made me tap into a deeper part of myself.
Okay.
Creatively, spiritually, mentally.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Love to hear that. We're going to take a quick break to play y'all Black Cat off of Chaos's latest album, Black Cat. Y'all enjoy. We'll be right back.
Bitches. Perfect. Take a uptown, ice me out, and I'll show you how. Work it. I want them boobies. Yeah, I want that Gucci. Then eat the coochie. Get woozy. I ain't stunning none of y'all. It's cause I'm French. Try to pull a stunt on me, y'all know that I be stunning. Get your mind right. Get them lines right. Tryna f with me, then get the time right. I ain't f***ing with y'all. Come around to get choked. When your life expectancy is 35, I ain't tryna mess with no broke. So I saw some get my bag, me made a goal, they don't make me sad. Don't make me sad, boy. Don't make me sad. I want that Mulata Prada and some. I want that Fenty and glow with the sun. Give me the check, give me the cheddar, give it to get it, the water, the better. BLXCK, yeah, KXT all day. Black cat, you're fucking with the black cat, black cat. Don't make me have to call Hot John. You're fucking with a real icon. A gully bitch came too slick. I roll the dice and come to play. Never ever with you ever. Never ever, Mr. Not Too Clever. Ever want this whole endeavor. Come correct before I pull the lever. Black cat. You niggas better backtrack. You know I'm gon' tax that. You never want the clap back. You never want the BLXCK, yeah, KFC all day. Black cat. You're fucking with a black cat. Now lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. Black cat. If I should die, be black cat. I pray black cat my soul to take.
What's good, everybody? And we're back. I'm DJ Whoopopotamus, and I'm here with Chaos. Sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Usually when I'm in person, it's a lot easier because I point, but well, this is a phone interview, by the way, y'all.
No,
forgot to mention that.
Phone interview.
Very exclusive. So yeah, I want to get back into your music. First of all, I wanted to ask, do you have any plans for any music videos? Because you seem to have such creative visions. So I'd be excited for one of those.
Yeah. So not currently. I'm not working on one.
Yeah.
I'm currently working on
what are you working
collabs and
okay.
The next project that
word.
I'm working on. Yeah. So the next
yeah.
project I'm working on is an alternative punk record called Rage of the Violent Femme.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It sounds like you already have it all planned out.
Oh yeah. So I already knew I was going to make an alternate punk record, but this is going to be a follow-up to my first mixtape, the Violent Femme mixtape.
Okay.
That I released in, I want to say 2019. And
is that on platforms?
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to find right now.
Yeah, because I was doing some digging.
Yeah, because it's under so it's under like my name, but like
yeah.
So
that.
it's just weird. And the funny thing is, like, I've had gone through like DistroKid to try to like have it transferred as a unit,
yeah.
And like it'll only show it under a few platforms. So right now I'm probably going to go through a process of like taking the stuff off my DistroKid and then re-releasing it.
Okay.
So you'll probably be able to hear it like sooner actually, and it's probably going to be a situation to where I might I'm going to re-release the mixtape and then release the new one. So
can't wait.
Yeah, it's definitely, honestly, it's my favorite work that I've done, to be honest.
Oh, word. You're talking about the upcoming project or the one?
The upcoming project.
Okay. Yeah. So how much of a departure is it from your last album that you dropped? Just like sound-wise.
Sound-wise, it's you know what? Sound-wise, it's a lot more is definitely more rock. It's a lot more punk influence in it. I've been listening. So with this record, I've been going back to listen to a lot of just kind of like old punk music, just getting down to like the fundamentals of things. So I've been listening to like Sex Pistols and Swans and things like that. And so, so sounds like that are on there. There's some island influence on there, sort of like Bunky.
Yeah.
So I have this track called Act Up that's going to be on there. And like as far as like sound goes, it's like on the caliber of Bunky, but I think it hits way harder than it.
Word.
Personally, politically wise.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's going to be a vibe. I have a kind of reggaeton what is it? It's like partially reggaeton, but it's also baile funk.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be lit. There's just so many different elements combined.
Yeah.
That's what I really like about your sound too, is like, have you listened to grime before? UK rap?
Oh yeah. Oh,
so like,
absolutely.
I forget what song it was, but like, there's one song of yours where like, damn, this kind of sounds like that for a second. It's just your album has so much to offer, like sound wise, and I feel like a person, no matter what genre they come from, like they can come to appreciate your sound at the end of the day.
No, honestly, like that. So with this project, one of the things I wanted to really, partially why I'm doing this too, is because when you use rap as a tool in music, and not necessarily like identify as a rapper, people kind of like put you into this box and wanted you to like stay in the box.
Yeah, exactly.
All these things. So one, I needed to just let everybody know that's not who the fuck I be. So, like most of the records are going to be like different than the other one. Like that's always probably going to be the case. But I also wanted to also kind of reclaim punk music because punk music tends to be a thing that only is centered around cis white men, especially cis het men. And so there's a rich history of just Black people in general in the punk. And so I wanted to, put myself into that to be like, honestly, I'm here to it. And honestly, who's more punk than a Black trans femme? To be honest,
facts.
In this world.
Facts. No, those are major facts. I feel that.
So I wanted to do that and also let people know that punk isn't necessarily rock.
Yeah.
That's one thing. So people have, rock, punk doesn't always have to be rock. And so I wanted to let people know that punk could be anything, to be honest. It could be baile funk, it can be trap, it can be electronic.
These labels get people stuck, We gotta,
really
we all gotta be a little bit more fluid with our understanding of these things. It's just not set in stone,
Oh yeah, truly. I'm just like, I guess also too, when you stay that way, like, you're not able to like innovate anything. Everything's kind of like sounding the same at that point. So, and that's also why I was just like, you know what? The next record has got to be a lot different. So
I feel
a lot more singing.
Yeah.
Some singing on there. And well, I was gonna say like definitely a lot more singing, inspired definitely by like Deftones. So I'm a big Deftones fan.
Word.
So I sing similar to that. If you know the lead singer's voice, that's kind of the vibe it's bringing.
Okay.
So kind of like if you've seen The Butcher, if you know that song, that's some of the vibes that's coming off this record. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah, definitely keep me posted with that.
It's gonna be because it's gonna be quick too. I like the songs. So this was originally the project was gonna be an EP, but then I realized like the tracks that I have are actually pretty short except for like a few of them. So I was like, you know what, we'll just do a little quick mixtape. And then that way I can like get this punk out, let people know, and then work on The Beast, which will be the following project after that. Which is already pretty much like, to be honest, the next project after this.
Oh man, you already thinking about the next project?
I already have it. Like the girl is.
That's lit.
To be honest, like I have probably like written, like as far as like it written, probably like 3 albums.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Be ready.
Yeah, plus the collab that's going to be coming out, and
Be ready, y'all.
I'm super
It's
excited
coming.
about. It's coming. Like I don't know, it's some big collabs coming. Too.
Oh,
Like,
word.
yeah, like one of them is really huge, and I'm just like, I ain't saying because I'm like, when it happens, people don't fucking know. That's all the fuck I know. That's all I know. So I'm just like, just praying to my ancestors, let this shit happen, because they'll really pump me. It'll really get me out there, and I just feel like, I don't know. It's interesting because like you would think there would be a lot more Black trans films being pushed in the like elevated in the music industry.
Yeah,
like, hey, let's just get them all up in here since we know the growth is not doing. But
for sure.
That's not always the truth. So
yeah,
I'm coming with it.
Okay.
I'm definitely coming with it.
Yes, I love it. Low key, I feel like the Triangle is starting to develop this like punk rap scene because I've interviewed a few rappers now that kind of describe their sound as like punk, and like, have you heard of Juice Lord? I bring him up every interview. It's funny, but do you know who Juice Lord is?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Juice Lord.
Yeah, okay, all right. I shouldn't even ask, right?
Yeah.
Everyone. But yeah,
Juice Lord is very. I'll say that Juice Lord is musically. I like what I've heard from Juice Lord, and I've actually gone to a Juice Lord show.
Yeah, me too.
Musically, very inclined. Musically, there. Solidarity as far as social consciousness goes. In general, I just wish more cishet men in the industry overall in the Triangle area were a lot more, just would combat transphobia and homophobia a little bit more.
It's interesting. It's interesting that you say that because I was just interviewing Godric, another Chapel Hill based. Yeah, you know Godric?
Oh yeah. No,
oh,
Godric
okay.
Godric is fresh as
yes. Love Godric.
Godric is anytime I've like been around Godric and like out at an event or something, like they always on, they always look good, they give a show, and they handle their business and then they bounce. I love that energy.
Yeah, Godric was talking about how Juice Lord kind of helped put them on, and they were really surprised on how open Juice Lord was to their lifestyle and to the community that they brought.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see all that come together.
It's interesting because we do, like, we know, like, some of the mutuals. My experience with Juice Lord was personally at a show of his, and he made a comment about people with vaginas coming up to the front of the stage.
Oh, word.
Right. So it's very, like, specific. And so
yeah.
I'm just like, for me, I'm like, I'm not going to just, like, be dragging people, but also I'm like, if you going to support, queer folks and trans folks, do it all the way. Don't half-ass do it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So yeah. But, and honestly, I'll probably, like, at some point I do want to, like, talk to Juice Lord because I'm just like, Juice Lord has a big platform here. And it's so sick and could be even sicker with the right, like, information.
Yeah. We can all be
sure.
stronger together. That's kind of like my phrase I've been pushing, honestly.
Honestly. And just to have safer spaces too, because honestly, as a like trans film performer, to be honest, anytime I'm in a space with like cishet men, to be honest, it's not really a safe space. To be honest,
okay.
So I think I want to see more, just more like areas like safe spaces that do have cishet men, but who are like, informed and able to be in solidarity.
Facts. No, I love that. That's a whole lot of knowledge. There's a whole lot of potential for that too. It just got to be propagated. It's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, honestly, the right setting. To be honest, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I'm a bitch. I'm like the crab in the barrel mentality. Like you see it all the time, and that's like why Black people, you don't see as many people elevate as they could. So I'm a person. I'm just like, let's elevate together. How can we get things popping?
Exactly. So I'd like to go a bit deeper into your personal music journey, or just your journey as in general, just to help the listeners get to know you better. So what was it like growing up in your hometown?
My hometown.
Yeah, where you went to high school at?
So when I went to high school. Okay,
do you consider that your hometown?
Hell no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, tell me about it.
I'm originally from Rochester, New York, upstate.
Word. Okay.
And I've also partially lived in Baltimore. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, so like we moved here around when I was like 11. My mother moved my family and I down here around like 11. And I went to school. We lived in Raleigh. And we like lived in like some Section 8 house. And that's still there. My mom's still there. Awesome woman. But they had us go to school out and Cary. So I was having, because this was like around the redistricting when was happening in this area. So like, like they were just trying to bring kids from different areas into one school. And so I went to school at Panther Creek High School.
Okay.
And it was like Panther Creek was like actually I think when I went there, we didn't even have a senior class yet. That's how new it was. So, Cary, my experience in Cary was very double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because in one sense, like, it's part of like what makes me me now, and just kind of like the people I've met. I met some dope friends in high school, but also I realize now as an adult of how stressful high school was for me, to be honest, because I was coming from a poor working class family. Yeah. And like a lot of my friends were like, they lived in Cary. I didn't live in Cary. So you know, they had all these resources, the nice clothes, and like my mom was like a woman just working for Walmart and stuff. And so like, you know, having to like feel pressure to get the new clothes and all that other stuff. It just So I wouldn't call it my hometown. But Durham, I do love Durham. I definitely have like a soft spot for Durham in my heart.
I feel
just because that's where I started like dancing professionally. Okay. That's where I met a lot of my queer and trans fans that I know now. And built like a lot of my like support, honestly. Right. In that area.
A lot of culture in Durham.
Yeah, very much so, you know. So and
I know things are changing now, but
yeah, things are changing. You know, it's interesting.
For better or for worse.
Durham have changed. Not always the best.
Yeah, facts.
But the community there, well, like they try.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about them, is that they try. And for the most part, like I always felt like safe in Durham.
Right.
Like,
it's interesting that the different. I was just about to say that the vibe difference from Durham to Raleigh, it's real.
Yeah, no, completely. I like, it's interesting, because like Raleigh, I say Raleigh is like very much like a capitalist. Like it's on its way trying to be like a capitalist city, big, and have all these people come in. But I think because of Durham being a smaller town, plus it's like rich history of like activism work and like, you know, things happening there.
Yeah, that's a whole lot.
More
people don't know.
Socially. Yeah, bingo. Plus Duke is there too, so just to add a layer of like academia and wanting to be like, you know, I'm woke. Like all of this knowledge. It kind of makes it a little bit safer. Because I don't even think Raleigh has like gender. Do they have like gender neutral bathrooms in Raleigh like that?
Not that I've seen. I go out more in Durham than Raleigh because I hate the dress code downtown Raleigh. At least in Glenwood.
Oh my God.
They really got me one time, and it just left me unnerved ever since.
No, high key, no. They definitely, a lot of dress codes I was very anti-black, because it's like, it's always like, oh, no sneakers, you can't be wearing no like
exactly, bro. That's what they try to get me on too. It was, man, don't get me going.
But see, I used to be the one that would be like, so y'all just got anti-black, like
exactly.
Gag them. But people was really getting pressed because I was like catching them off guard. But Durham, I love Durham, and now I'm in Carrboro, and honestly, like being in Carrboro. Okay. Currently, because I needed a break. I just needed like a break. From Durham for a little bit, and to just kind of like be on some low key So
I feel
it's good to do. Yeah, and like this area of Carrboro is slow, and you know, it's a college like right around. So there's still kids and stuff, but as far as like me goes, I'm just indoors making music and plotting.
Yeah, right.
So it's a good place for me to be right now.
How would you describe your sense of fashion?
My sense of fashion, definitely alternative. Heavily like a lot of my fashion sense comes from just like growing up in New York. My sister used to model. I was really into fashion growing up, so like that's where a lot of that comes from, and just kind of like the street kids in New York mixed with like the art school kids. That's me.
Okay, bet, love it.
Yeah. But I'm also though I'm not a person that even though I like have this like huge sense of like fashion and things like that. To be honest, I will fuck up some clothes. Like clothes are just something like I put on. But like,
yeah, I hear that. I'm with you. What artist or what's an artist that you've been listening to a lot lately that you've been really vibing with?
Okay, so I've been listening to Backwash, who's a super dope black punk trance film. They're so sick. I actually talked to her the other day about just like like fingers crossed we go see what happens in the future. But like, I love Backwash. Backwash is so sweet. So I would love
I love their music
some
too
work to come out. But
honestly, when I listened to you, it did remind me a little bit of their sound.
I just listened to like their album because I haven't heard like songs of theirs over the years, like randomly, like a song or two. But I recently, just like a month or so, sat and listened to their recent album, and that thing like it really broke me down.
Yeah, oh man, I feel that.
Best way possible. Because, it just kind of made me think about just like vulnerability, what it is to be really vulnerable on the track in Backwash.
Yeah.
Like the way the writing is, their handwriting is sickening. So I've been listening to them. Pink Panthers is another one. Pink Panthers, she's a young girl from the UK.
Yeah.
And she does like UK two-step kind of stuff. And then I've also been listening to a ton of the Idols. And they're like a punk band from the UK too, but they just released an album that's really great. So they've been on like rotation. Rochelle Jordan is another one, electronic artist. A lot of those roles.
That's
Azealia
dope.
Banks. I'm always listening to Azealia Banks. Oh, Twigs' new record.
Okay.
That's another sick project. Yeah.
So you listen to a lot of music.
Honestly, like I consume music on.
Yeah, I hear that. Yep.
To be honest, big music nerd.
Yeah.
Because eventually, because after I get done with like the fun stuff, eventually I do want to like get into jazz.
Oh.
Just because, my father side of him, they're really into it.
Right.
And just kind of like having a bass voice, I want to get some vocal trainings. And
all right.
So, but yeah,
I got a few more questions.
That's who I'm listening to that's who I'm listening to right now.
Oh yeah,
and who I want to collab with too. Those
okay.
People, especially, I'm like, hey, hit me up.
Hey, y'all here? Y'all heard it? Hit them up. Let them know. It's gotta happen. What's your favorite place to eat? Just in the Triangle, really anywhere in North Carolina, locally, no chains.
I'm like, damn, you asked me about food now. Girls, you love some.
It's fun to talk about food.
So, so I bust down the Philly cheesesteak from this place called IP3.
Okay.
Bro, like all the time. So that's definitely like one of my spots.
Straight up.
Car Burritos is another one. Dame's Chicken and Waffles.
Yep. Classic.
There's another. It's a Jamaican spot.
Oh yeah.
There's a Jamaican spot in Raleigh that's really dope.
Word.
Yeah, pretty much like. I like most food. I pretty much don't turn down food for the most part, unless like
Yeah.
If I do,
you
know
you.
it's not hitting. It's not hitting.
Next question. Are you a pet person? What's your favorite type of pet?
Yes, I am a pet person. I like dogs and cats
Okay.
equally. I like snakes too. I don't have a snake, but
Yeah.
I do love snakes
Word.
too.
So if you had
Um,
to pick though, are you a dog or cat person? 'Cause I have a dog and cat too, so I feel the pain.
right. You know what? That's such a because they're both dope for
Yeah.
like completely different
Yeah.
reasons. I think right now I would probably choose a dog just because of the companionship aspects.
Mhm.
Um,
During the lockdown and all.
yeah, but like if I really need if I started traveling, then cat would be more
Yeah, cats are easy.
a little
Easy to
bit
take
better.
care
Yeah,
of. You can leave them alone for a
yeah,
while as long as they got food, water, somewhere to pee. They're like
bingo,
a
right.
roommate that
They're
don't do
very
nothing for you.
autonomous, literally autonomous. They're just like you just do what I need and then peace out. So yeah,
Facts.
I'd say that. Oh, if
Yeah.
I could get a pet, though,
Mhm.
any pet, it would be a red panda. But that's
That'd be
it's
lit.
but that's kind of problematic because people are always trying to get some like wild animal
Yeah.
and cap it.
Yeah. I love
But they're so
raccoons,
cute.
honestly. I love
Oh,
just the
they're super
personality of
cute.
raccoons, how they use their little hands.
The trash pandas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they honestly they look very similar to red pandas.
Oh
To be
yeah, I
honest,
guess that's
yeah,
true.
a little bit, not too much, but yeah, similar to it. What about you? So you, which would you, dog or cat? You
I
got both.
Yeah, I love both, but I'm definitely more of a cat person. First off, cats are just underrated still. A lot of people still don't understand cats, and that's what I kind of like about them too. But just personality wise, they're not as needy. Sometimes they can be. It just depends, but like they're not as needy as a dog. Dogs can be so food driven, and my cat
Yep.
is too sometimes, but like that's not what drives him. He can be he can be pretty rude sometimes, but it's always funny when he is. He just likes knocking stuff down or licking our hair.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, he be having an attitude.
Good.
Shout out Icy. Shout my cat
Oh
out
my
real
God.
quick.
Yeah, I'm about to say they definitely got an attitude. Like,
But like
all right,
they
I'm
play
gonna take that
together. They
somewhere.
both got an attitude. My dog and my cat, and my cat's older than my dog. Um, and when we got the dog, she was real small, and the cat was bullying him or bullying her. And now my dog, she's a German Shepherd Boxer mix. Now, I mean, it's still the cat still bullies her, even with as big as the dog is. But like the cat's whole head will be in the dog's mouth just while they're playing. They play pretty rough too, but like they don't hurt each other.
No.
They know what's up. They grew up with each other.
I'm about to say I know the vibes. Look, I know the vibes. So yeah, I feel that.
All right, one last question before we close things out. I always like to ask people, how many hours of sleep do you get a night?
Oh, actually, not that much to be honest.
Yeah.
So, truth be told, so like
Everyone
living
functions
with,
differently.
Yeah. Plus, like living with like CPTSD,
Right.
my experience, I tend to have a lot of like most nights I have nightmares. So
Okay.
I normally wake up like multiple times in the night.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and then once I'm up, it's normally like 6:30, going on 7, and then from there I'm just like I'll like pray in the morning and
Word.
meditate, and then I'll work out.
Okay.
From there, start the day.
That's dope.
But yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start closing things out. Is there anything else you'd like to let the listeners know?
Yeah, I would say, if you want to find my stuff,
Yeah.
I
Where
would
can they
say-
find your music and your socials?
So you can find my music on my socials, on my Instagram, which is Cruel World of Chaos. Chaos is KHX05.
Right.
And then on Twitter, Legend of Chaos, all caps. And it's spelled the same way, KHX05. But my music is on all platforms, all streaming platforms. My music videos are on YouTube, so go check those out.
Word.
But other than that, I had a lot of fun, and I hope
Yeah,
to be able
definitely.
to like see people out at like venues again.
Facts. Real
yeah.
soon. I'm hoping we're getting there.
Yeah,
We're just
yeah,
about there. I feel like.
I actually have something coming up.
Oh
Actually,
yeah, what's up with that?
on February 18th.
Okay. Is there a flyer out? Is it on your page or anything?
Yeah, it'll be up soon.
Okay.
Definitely, for sure. So
stay tuned.
If you follow me, then yeah, it'll be up soon.
Facts. I'll be looking forward to that.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for sharing your story with us. It really means a lot.
I'll be trying out here.
And I appreciate our listeners for tuning in. And you can check out the interview I did with Juice Lord and other local artists at wknc.org/podcast and click on Off the Record. I am DJ Whoopopotamus, and I was here with
Chaos.
There you go. On WKNC 88.1 FM HD1 Raleigh. I'm going to send y'all off with one more song by Chaos, and that is called Bunki. Don't forget, we are stronger together, so show each other some love. Y'all be easy.
I am the one who be working the floor. I turn them heads when I walk through the door. They call me slut, yeah, they call me a whore. But they're the same ones who begging for more. You know I give you niggas life. I'm a bad bitch, you want a wife. I'm nothing average, no ordinary savage. I'm trying to get this paper and everybody trying to ravage me. These slam think they can handle me. I'm a legend, not a statement, get some clarity. As a parent, y'all don't know I'm severity. I'm a sick motherfucker, never come for me. If you want it, you better come get it. I don't play games cause I am the realest. Bring that big talk to the floor, boy. Them boys say down girl, yeah you got the bunky. You don't say all your niggas want a wife. Man, I want me, boy, better come in with the currency. Cause the bunky lethal by your head and put the gala. Princess, got your niggas in check. You niggas better step it up, I'm taking all of your checks. I'm never normal, but you hating niggas is fixed. The bunky by your head and bread. The bunky by your head and bread. The bunky by your head and bread. I know you wanna touch it, boy, touch it, boy, touch it. The bunky on the floor, and you know you wanna rub it. Hold on, mommy, and you know I'm always starting. The bunky. I'm the boss in the bitch, I'm on the come up. I'ma shake these niggas up and tear the club up. Little money through the hills and sneakers and more. I can be the freak of the show, the queen of the ball. All black, rebel of the underground punk, all that. Queen is stripping off a trans bitch for that. Training niggas always trying to come and leash this. Yeah, they leash that. Little money get the checks, don't be worried about the rest. Nothing more, nothing less. When I put up with the X, never ready for the test. Never ready for the test, but they come up with your best. Life is such a fucking highway. Fast the lane, I'm zooming highway. Fast away from fashion nicely. Come correct and lose your life. Hey. Yo, you ever with your girls and y'all trying to have a night out? Y'all just trying to just vibe, smoke a blunt, get your little drink on, and some tired niggas come up to you, and these niggas are draining. They ain't got no game. They tired. They shoes is dirty. They got some raggedy ass Timbs on, and you just like, what the fuck are you doing over here? Can a bitch read? Like, get out my fucking face. I ain't with a they ain't never gon' consider when the bitch feeling good. When the bitch is feeling trigger, take your hand up off the trigger, you done now. Try again another time, you run down. I ain't fucking with a nigga, they ain't never gon' consider when the bitch is feeling good. When the bitch is feeling trigger, take your hand up off the trigger, you done now. Try again another time, you run down. I ain't fucking with a nigga, they ain't never gon' consider when the bitch is feeling good. When the bitch is feeling trigger, take your hand up off the trigger, you run down. Better, you run down. I ain't fucking with a nigga, they ain't never gon' consider when the bitch is feeling good. When the bitch is feeling trigger, take your hand up off the trigger, you run down. Try another time. Fall to your knees, put on your heart and all that to me. Please be perfect in every way. Your goodness is spoken, your goodness is spoken. Now, go on your way, now, go on your way, now, go on your way, go on your way, go on your way, go on your way. I know you're supposed to stay, I know Sorry for the orgasm at the end.